Welcome to Fit to Read. Let's get this over with so we can start a new year. First up is Walking Dead 116. Picking up right where 115 left off, Rick's plan is taken into motion. And as predicted, there's a few hiccups and lots of zombies. With the plan fully succeeded, we now move on to issue 117, where the Rick's group and the others take a break, get a bite to eat, and wipe out anything that's bothering them, zombie-wise. Well, the Saviors, well, they are just feeling the pressure of the first phase of the plan. We also get to see how the community inside the Saviors' little fortress works. Still pretty messed up. Moving on to issue 118. The groups are now being divided as the second part of the plan is taking full effect. Lots of bodies fall, both living and dead. But are they some of your favorites? Meanwhile, in Afterlife with Archie, the whole story is pretty much a flashback told in Victoria's perspective. So, since it's a comic, it's very likely that everything she says is true. Then again, it's one person's view, so there might be a chance that there's a few little miscommunication there. But anyway, a beautiful artwork. The story is still quite strong, and I am still hooked. I can't wait to see how this comic goes on. As for the last zombie comic I got is the Dead Rising 3 comic. This was a little freebie at my comic shop, and has art done by 3 different artists, which is done quite well, as each little segment that the artist does is sort of a different phase of the story, whether being present, flashback, or just as the zombie outbreak happens. Each bit of artwork displays the story very well. This is a little prequel to the game, so not necessary, but I say definitely get it, especially if you find it for free at your comic shop. Moving on to Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, I have Sonic Digest number 5 with, oh my goodness, I think the worst cover I've ever seen on a Sonic comic. Oh. Anyway, as horrible as the cover is, it does come with a new little story, a story that covers the start of the first level of the Sonic Jump mobile game. Now that is a nice surprise. As for the rest of the book, it has reprints of a lot of other Sonic stories, be it some very good ones to some okay ones. But as for bonuses, there's just some pin-up pages and a couple coloring pages. So, not really the best, but it has the Sonic Jump story. And finally, we go to Sonic Super Special Magazine number 9. Wow, it's up to 9 already. The big highlight of this issue is that it has the Sonic Lost World adaptation comic, which, if I didn't already pick up that special free comic book day version of it a few months ago, this would have been even better surprise. But since I already read the story and I got that, and this is pretty much the same story, well, it's still nice to have 2 copies of it. Also included is, of course, fan letters, interviews, some behind the scenes of doing cover work, some story reprints, and, well, I gotta say, this thing is full of plenty of extras. Definitely way more than the Sonic Digests have lately. So, as for you Walking Dead fans, I sure hope you're keeping up with the war, since we now just got done with part 4. That's a third of the war so far. Afterlife with Archie I'm feeling it's still going great, and I can't wait to keep reading it. Dead Rising 3 comic is very good. Unfortunately, I don't have the console to play the game. Maybe someday. As for Sonic Digest 5, for a cheap price, sure, get it. Get all those reprints, the little exclusive Sonic Jump story with the horrible cover. But Sonic 9, I must say, as always, is a must get. For the extras, extra, is here the story reprints, and of course, the second printing of the Sonic Lost World story, which is pretty much the highlight of it. Thank you for listening. Have a great new year, and I will be sure to give you all my comics thoughts over 2014 for sure.